Damon Green here. Little backstory here. If you see, funny, I put a little play on some words here. I had this time originally slotted for one of my coaching students, and she stood me up. Heart's broken, but we're going to meet next week, next Thursday. So I had that time open. I wanted to get on here. I know a lot of you've had around marketing, video marketing, what you can do. And I know it's a lot easier when you can get on with somebody and they can kind of give you some direction. So that's what I'm here to do. I have a bunch of folks that have sent some questions in that I will be responding to here. If you have any questions on the chat box, please, you should see the chat box in the Google Hangout. Leave a question in there and I will get to that. I'm only probably be on here about 45 minutes to an hour. I want to kind of get in, answer a few questions, and get out. So let me see here. Let me pull a few things up, and we're going to get. Alrighty. So I'll give it another minute or two, let folks get on. Then I'm just going to start answering questions. I'll read the question, I'll answer it. If you're not on the site, go to videodominationbp.com. That's where you'll find more information about a video SEO, video marketing blueprint, step-by-step that you can follow and leverage video traffic. It's something that majority of people don't know about. Many do, but a majority don't. It'll put you ahead of the game. And trust me, video is the way to go, especially the way things are going now. And it converts better than anything. So, all right. So looks like we got a few folks here. I'm going to get started. If you got questions, go ahead and leave a question in the. Okay, that's not going to work. Got a few questions that were emailed in here. Organized them, and let's go ahead and get started. If you have a question, fill it out on the. Matter of fact, let's just do this here. I'll show you exactly where to fill it out. You will see on the page, if you have a question, just drop something in the notes, monitoring that page. I have a list of questions that were emailed in. I'm not sure if these folks will be on or not, but there's some really, really good questions, and I know some of these are probably ones yourself were looking to ask. So, short, me, it's actually me on a helicopter. She had some things to do with her kids, which is great. Funny subject line, so I stated I got stood up. So instead of time to, not really do much, in a session, Ask Me Anything, which is Ask Me Anything marketing, video SEO, or SEO related. So sent a few emails out, got a slew of responses back. I'm just going to go through these, talk one by one on each one. Questions, comments, leave them in the chat. I'll start off with the first one. Let's see, who was this? Richard. Richard said, I got your Tube Live Profits program. If you're unfamiliar with that, you go to tubeliveprofits.com. That's a Google Live streaming course that I put together. Ridiculously cheap, but extremely valuable. And that's a way you take advantage of placements, take advantage of video optimization without having a video. Really cool strategy, still works. Working on part 2 of that now. Anyway, I got your Tube Live program, love it. Wish I could, that's not important. Anyway, it works, which is great to hear. I have first page of Google for my keyword. My question is there a way to put the video up before the actual start time of the live event so that I don't actually have to be there and wait to film it? And Richard, yes, to answer your question, there absolutely is. You can, the basic premise behind the Tube Live Profit strategy is it's an event. Events are publicized. So the way Google thinks, they want fresh content. And the reason that I believe Hangouts and Google Live events work so well is the show. You have an event. We're going to call it an event. It can be anything. About, say, a month and a half. So that's what. It gives you 6 weeks to promote it on an event, social media, bookmarks, get some links to it, etc. Now, because Google owns YouTube, there's all this traffic coming through to this video page, but this thing is not going live for another 6 weeks. So this must be important if there's all this buzz around it. That's why we do it in that format. Now, you can upload it straight away. Funny thing is, a lot of the case studies that I did for Tube Live Profits, I have never uploaded a video. A couple of the terms from course. Now, if you didn't get the course, I guess you're going to have to get the course to know what I'm talking about. But Google a few of those. And most of those are still first page, and there's no video. It just says waiting on the live event. But because I have a thumbnail there, that thumbnail is helping out to promote said product, said business. So you can actually go past the date that you select and still keep your placement. Now I'm going to upload the video, but in reverse, you're asking the question in reverse. Yes, you can. You can put the video up, schedule it for, say, 3 weeks down the line, and put it up early if you'd like to. I've not tested that so much as I have the other way, just because I like my working, and it's definitely worth a try. Give it a go, give it a try, and see what happens. But yes, it does work. I've had several people come back to me. It's like gangbusters, because most of the things purchased in the past haven't worked. So it's just one strategy. And the point is, again, it's not just getting it there and getting it ranked. Doesn't matter if the video's crap. It's all in the script. So you got to make sure that you put a good, solid script together. And we've talked about that often. Which there's a question somewhere in here. I forgot who asked it, but I'll put this out there. As pertaining to a script, what you'll want to do with your video script is, if you're doing service-based business, simple script I like to do is take 3 key points that are important for that service-based business's customers to know. So like 3 things to know before hiring a roofer, or 3 things to maintain the integrity of your roof, or stretch your roof out for 20 years, or whatever the case may be. I ask them a question. Are you looking for a roofer in San Diego, California? Or are you looking to have your home reshingled in San Diego, California? Because the keyword I'm going after is what? Reshingling my home in San Diego, California. So you want to have your message in the script be congruent with the keywords you're going after. Then you ask a few questions. You educate them. Nothing really, we're not talking about a dissertation or, a documentary. We're talking about a 30-second to 120-second video where we quickly say, bam, bam, are you looking for this? If you're looking for this, here's some things to look out for. And then at the end, we have our call to action. What I like to do is something like, when you're serious about getting your house reshingled, or you want 100% quality customer service, blah, 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 call this phone number. And then I link that phone number, of course, to a call tracker. Keep track of that, and use call tracking because you know that what you're doing is working. A different number for every single, or at least every single account you have. I use Callfire. I record the calls, and I also, as an added bonus or an upsell, I will give the customer reports of the phone, so the recordings that they can listen to themselves, or I'll listen to them and give them tips. It all depends on the client. So, Richard, there you go. Little off the side. I probably answered about 6 questions. Yes, you video before there. And there's actually if you notice, YouTube with the live streaming, and they also have for a little while they did not put up the Wirecast. They changed it to a paid version, and then they switched. I guess people really got frustrated and complained about it. Wirecast is still pretty simple to use, but I'll be shooting some videos on that again later. Next question was, what do you use to get lead generation clients or offline clients? Now, if anybody's unfamiliar with offline, offline is actually, let's see here, let me switch the slide. Offline is local marketing. Before it became the cliche term or the coin term, local offline, basically you're a marketing consultant for local business, small businesses. But needless to say, how can best method? And I know people get online because they're shy or they're introverted or they don't want to talk to people. But hands down, the best way to get your clients is to know your stuff, number one. Number two, go talk to people. Probably not the answer you want to hear, but you have to talk to them. You're going to have to talk to people eventually. Now, I like to have people come to me. So I'll have them come to me and then I'll talk to them. So it's a warmer lead as opposed to a cold lead. But there are plenty of ways to do it. There's so much. I'll just spit a few out. And here are some that most people don't use, and they still work. Offline, classified ads, they work. Trust me, I use them. Direct mail sales letters, they work. I'm a marketer at heart, not just an internet or video marketer. I focus on video, but when it comes down to me selling to my niche, I use any means necessary, and I use video as the backbone to get them calls and get them customers. But when I'm Facebook ads, I have video ads for leads, but I have used Facebook ads to get leads, to call service providers and to get service providers to call me that I can sell to. Let's see what else we have. You can cold call. I don't cold call. That's one thing I don't do. And paid traffic, SEO, creating. I have not done of video SEO to get leads for myself because the niches that I go in, they don't even know what this is. So I could sit there and say video SEO, video marketer, Atlanta, Georgia, Gwinnett County, Georgia, and I can do all this, but they're not looking for that. So that really doesn't make a whole lot of sense with me. But I do have online and internet marketing and some affiliate marketing related videos that I've done that and do that with now. But again, it's all about knowing your market and knowing what your market is actually looking for. Something else, big mistake people make, especially in local. They go and they set up a video and they send them to a website and the website collects leads. Huge mistake. It works, but you're thinking like an internet marketer. You're not thinking like a service provider, a fence installer that checks his internet or checks his email every 2 days. Doesn't care about a website. The people that are looking for that might be researching there, but they don't want to actually fill out a form and wait. They want to get you now. And I can tell you this, at least in the service-based niches and many of the niches that I've seen, I'll have someone call my call tracking number. No one answers. They'll call back again. No one answers. Now it's set up to go to voicemail. But if no one answers, they're on to the next one. So that's important. It's also important for you to tell your clients if you're doing that way, because the emails are not going to be as valuable as a phone call. If I want to get, my roof repaired, do I want to wait around for this guy to call me back, or do I want to talk to somebody right away? Well, if I have an emergency locksmith, why am I going to wait for somebody to reply to an email? You got to put yourself in that client's mindset. You use technology, but you have to know your niche. You have to know the audience. You have to know your clients, and you have to know your clients' clients and how they respond. And most of the time, if you're in service-based, and you have to tell your clients this too. I tell my clients all the time. you have to answer the phone. You need a dedicated person to answer the phone, because if I'm sending you leads, you're going to get a decent amount of leads. So we keep this relationship flowing, you need to have somebody answer the phone, because that is where your customer is going to be. They might fill out a form, and I made the mistake of not doing that, but that's just, you know, a little, I'm off my soapbox now, but that's something you should take a look at. All right, next question. That was Sean. Paul, ranking for local businesses and knowing how many backlinks, bookmarks, etc. without spamming. Okay, now I'm going to assume we are talking about videos. Now, quick lesson. If you have a brand new website that no one's ever heard of, whether it's yours or customers, you need to treat it with kid gloves. If it's an experienced, if it's a aged website, at least, I'm not going to say a year, at least 2 years, and has had some traction, has been around a little bit, you can be a little more aggressive with them. We're not talking about websites here. I'm talking about videos. Videos, YouTube is owned by Google. Google is an authority. YouTube's an authority. So literally, you can spam the crap out of them with the right backlinks if you need to. Now that this is constantly changing, so by the time you listen to this, you know, within a week or two, it might be different. I can't tell you 100%, but what I can tell you is you have a lot more leeway with YouTube and videos and shooting links, and it's not really spamming, and people call it that. It's just throwing a bunch of links to it. You're much less likely to get penalized by doing that to YouTube versus doing that to your brand new site you just bought a domain for 10 minutes ago. Because YouTube's got billions of links, it's got a bunch of authority, it's a popular site, so you're, as Derek Pierce says, you're borrowing authority. That's what you're doing. You're borrowing the authority of those sites. Other sites you can use for that, Weebly, Twitter. I'm running a Twitter campaign now for a site. I'm running an auto, I have a whole system set up where I create Twitter profiles that actually look real. It is a real profile. And I have content automatically curated on there, so it's fresh daily, at least daily, in that local area. And I ran tens of thousands of links to it, almost hundreds of thousands of links. Plus, I ran some high page rank links. That's really what's going to get you boosts, is high page rank links. Nonetheless, I did that, and I went from nowhere to 26 within about a week. The other key was I drip fed the links. I had 40,000 blog posts. I drip fed them 7 days. I took 25,000. Actually, they gave me 90,000. So I took 50,000, I think, about 40,000 the first day, drip fed them over 10 days. 2 days later, I took another 40,000, drip fed those over 10 days, and now I'm watching that profile go up. And in Twitter, they have this new, it's probably not new, but it's just the first time I realized it. They have a sticky post. So you basically can stick any post you want to the very top. So anytime you land on that, it's going to be at the top. And that's what I did. So I took my YouTube video, stuck it at the top, and I threw a bunch of links at it. And right now, I will probably be within the first position with another week or so. That's a Parasite. It's the same thing with YouTube. And it's going to help the YouTube video anyway, because that's the video that's embedded. But it's all about using sites that have authority and leveraging those. And right now, YouTube is really easy to do that with. Now, I'd be careful with a bunch of junk links, but if you're giving some good quality, I mean, there's a whole strategy behind it. I mean, that's a whole training in and of itself. But, you know, set a couple videos up, throw some links at it, see what happens. What I like to do is set up I have a diary. It's a journal. It has a date, and I actually sent this out to all the anybody that bought 2 Blind Profits. I did send this out as like the 3rd or 4th email initially. Just email me or open a support ticket. You see I have the support ticket here, the number. If you have a question, go ahead and stick that up there. And or if you want that link, I can put it in there. You got to find it, put it in the comments, or email it to you. But every project I do, I write down exactly the date, the keyword I was going after, exactly what I did, the vendor that I use, sometimes even the cost, and I keep track of everything that I did. And then there's a rankings field, and then I'll check it on certain dates, and I'll put the ranking I had there. That way, I have a better idea of what works. When you do that with about 10 to 15 things, I can really start to see what's working. So I take that, and that's my best practices, because even though you have the video domination blueprint, or you have Borrowed Authority by Derek Pierce, or you have whatever the case may be, Video Rocket Launcher from Bill Cousins, anything you buy, nothing is 100% all the time. You have to take that and make it your own, and that's why I keep track of exactly what I did in every project and my rankings, so I can look and see the commonalities between them. So, it is work. There is no push button. There is no, I'm just going to do this. If you think there is, you're going to be frustrated and quit. And I'm not saying you're going to be frustrated and quit. I'm saying you're going to be frustrated, so you need to quit, because you have to put the time into it. And you have to look and see what's working. Take the best practices of what I give you, what all these other people give you, turn it into your own style, and then you can go out there and kill it. Okay, that was Paul. Let me see here. What can give my videos a boost quickly? It depends on what you do. Who is this? This was I didn't have a name for this one. Something I like to do is start off with, you want high authority, high page rank, whatever you call it, even though page rank is not a non-factor now. You want authority links. You want powerful links being sent to you. One of the best ways I found to do that is by writing a press release and submitting a press release with your video embedded. So now you kill two birds with one stone. You get your video embedded. You can actually put a link to your website or channel and the video, and you're getting positioned. You get that press release hosted on a high authority site. Like I've had them on the Boston Globe and the Baltimore Sun or Times or something. It's about 101 different sites that have high domain authority. These are news sites, so it's almost the equivalent of a mini CNN that my press release is getting put on, and my press release is now talking about my or my customer's video. So that authority passes over. Then what I'll do is I'll spam the crap out of those links that they landed on, so they'll get boosted, because they already have authority, but we're just kind of letting Google know a little bit what's going on. So that's for low to moderate. I can do the video domination blueprint and some press releases, and bam, I'm at the top. It does take a little longer. You know what you're doing? You're looking probably about 45 days to 60 days to get there, and you'll drop off sometime. There's this like the Google dance. You do the Google dance, you disappear from the searches for a long time, you come back and you stick. Nothing you can control, it just happens. So, don't give up. I still get scared sometimes with that. All right, next question we have. What can boost my video? Quick outline for press releases. If you're not familiar with press releases, getarticlesdone.com, great resource. But what I do, you have to be specific with what you want and the angle you go with. So what I do is I found out what's popular in my niche. I go to BuzzSumo, find out what the most popular, most shared items were there. Take that, I go to Google News, type in my topic, and I'll look and see if there's anything recent or even recent news. And I'll find a way to marry those two. Something popular that I know is already getting a buzz, and something recent. And I marry those two together, and I'll throw them out there and have a press release created. I just give them an outline, and they'll write the press release. Then, to get them distributed, I use Mass Media SEO by Tony Hayes. Awesome product. I also have a buddy, Gurin, that has been helping me out getting some releases put up. Anything he puts on, any release he puts out there, within 5 minutes, ranked on the first page. And he's got some old sites, and he used to do some news stuff. He used to have a couple of newspapers, I believe, or something like that. Still has the websites which have crazy authority. Like, he ranks pretty much anything. So anyway, that's the strategy. But you can go to Fiverr, and what you want to do is put in release. You want to look for people that submit press releases to ReleaseWire. If you're lucky, PR Web, EmailWire, WebWire, and submit through there. What tools are you using for SEO or Fiverr vendors? If you are a member of the Facebook Mastermind group, those resources are all in there from a Fiverr perspective. We have a whole post about that where a bunch of smart marketers are posting their best gigs in Fiverr. I stay away from Fiverr as much as possible because Fiverr is not reliable. It's great when you find somebody good, and then it's kind of like you go on a date with this hot girl or this hot dude, and you're loving it. It's great, things are perfect, and then it just simmers down real quick, or they get bored of you and they find somebody else and they go elsewhere. That's how Fiverr is. I mean, it's real finicky. I have some good gigs that have been there for a while, but I don't rely on Fiverr, and I'm building out to scale, so I don't have a desire to just stay on Fiverr. And if you want to know more information about the Video Mastermind group, where it's basically a community, it's a monthly membership, $20 a month. I can cut you a deal for like 10 for the first month, or first 2 months. But open a support ticket, as you see on the screen, tngraphics.com/support. I can give you information on that. But real great group of people in there. Really solid information in there. Not just saying that because I put the information up there, but I go back to that and look at it like, wow, this is on point. So let's see what else we got here. Tools, 2 basic tools that I use. I use Web 2.0 networks. How do I use the Web 2.0 networks? I use FCS Networker and I use GSA. FCS Networker is usually my 3rd tier. My 4th tier is GSA. My 2nd tier is the Web 2.0 networks. Without going into details, that's what it is. And I have a service that I'm building out. That's actually what the coaching client that I missed today was the one who stood me up. I'm actually coaching her, setting up an authority network for her so she can basically rank anything it will in her particular area by building out an authority network. And those are the tools I'm using. If you're interested in that, open a support ticket. I'll give you more information. It's $597. Done with you, done for you it was $15. It's probably going to be about $1,900. It's a very laborious process, very effective process, and there's a lot of work put into that. So if you ever had the technical problems where you want to do this, but you get lost, I know how to do it. I have folks to do it. I've got people on my team to do it, so I just go ahead and get it done for you so you can knock all that out the way. All you have to worry about is ranking your videos, getting them put together, and I even help you with that. So it's basically a hand-holding. You get all my resources, you get everything that I have to offer, and I do the setup for you. And that's for both of them. The $597 is actually going up to $997 because I realize I'm losing money on $597. But if you hear me now, just state the date, open a support ticket, tell me you're in. I'll send you information over, and we can get started with that. But anyway, yeah, those are the tools I use. I use GSA, Search Engine Ranker, and FCS. How do you use GSA? Used to use GSA to revive videos, and I think it still works well for that. But now I use it to just spam the crap out of my 2nd or 3rd tier links, which boosts my main videos or even websites. But that's a whole process in and of itself. If you want more information on that, you can ask me later. How do you know what works and stay organized? I get totally confused. And that was Carolyn. Carolyn, let me say, if you should have received, if you have 2 Live Profits, if you don't, go buy it because it's a great course. And I don't say that because it's mine. I say that because it's a great course. It's solid. And there's a lot of the students in there have seen success with this, and it's pretty easy. Outside of you just need a good internet connection. You need a good upstream internet connection. But the way I stay organized, which I mentioned a little earlier, actually I already mentioned this. I'll just bring it up again. A journal. A journal can be whatever you want it to be. If you need a template, open a support ticket. I'll send you the template. You should have received an email with a template, but all it really is you keeping track of what you're doing. Open a notepad file, open a Word file, simple text file, whatever works for you. Put the date, what you did, what your ranking was, what keywords you went after, and who you used. And you just keep documenting that. And then you come back. Once you see success, you go back and say, you know what? on the 5th, I saw a nice increase. And I did this on the 2nd. So we can assume that that had something to do with it. Now, it's usually not that close where things happen, but sometimes it can be, depending on what you're doing. Let's see here. The question was posed, do you prefer local marketing or affiliate marketing? I like them both. Made money with both. What is an easier route? It all depends. If you're using affiliate marketing, you're trying to compete with me, and I'm not the most awesomest affiliate marketer. I understand the process. I have people market as an affiliate for me, but there's some folks on beast mode out there with affiliate marketing. So I like affiliate marketing, but if you're not seasoned and you're trying to compete with like somebody like me that's really, really heavy in the game for the most popular launches, you're probably going to lose unless you really know your stuff. So to get started, it's usually pretty easy to get quick results with local marketing, but you're going to have to talk to people. So it depends on what your goal is. If you don't want to talk to people, then no. Affiliate marketing is not as much of a business model as building a local marketing agency or a local lead generation agency, because you can sell a local lead generation agency if that's your desire. You build it up to a couple 100,000 or million, and then you can turn around and sell it. You have to have everything together in order, processes in place, staff, contracts, all that good stuff. But from a quick hitter, if you can show results and get results and you're results driven, local marketing is easier. And then you just marry that. Once you have those skills, you can use it for affiliate marketing too. Now you can make money with affiliate marketing. Me personally, I just think it's easier and faster if you can push out local marketing and then, dive in. Me personally, I do both. I fired most of my clients, and I've been restructuring, and I'm actually building out authority networks. But the way that I'm doing it, instead of me going to somebody and saying, hey, I can do this for you, it's already done. So I'm building out the assets that I need to make that happen, so I can go sit down in a business owner's office, put my feet on the desk and say, hey, you want this or not? If you don't, your competition down the street does. As opposed to saying, I can do this for you. So I can pretty much walk in the door and guarantee them first page results because I already have them. That's the only way you can guarantee first page results is if you already have them. So my approach is a little different, but it's also results sell themselves. I'm not a salesperson. I can hire a salesperson, and I do things against the grain. That's just me. But anywho, all right. Let's see. We're at 9:35. Let's see. We'll spend about another 10 minutes on this, and then I'll say the rest of these questions for the next. Let's see. You pick a good one. Generic on this channel. Should I set up a keyword from the YouTube for my clients, or can I get away with the generic channel? This is a question, and I actually asked this on one of my calls the other day, just for confirmation. This goes back to what I just mentioned. This person asked, this is Eric, should I be setting up new keyword-friendly YouTube channels for my clients, or can I get away with a generic channel? It all depends on your approach. It sounds like you're getting clients and you're saying, I can take a video and we'll get your video ranked and we'll get your phone ringing, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters is the customer's phone ringing. If you're taking that approach, keyword-specific channels, broad keyword-specific channels would probably work for that, and then you rank those. Now, if you're doing generic works, so for instance, let's take Las Vegas, Nevada. You can create a Las Vegas, Nevada channel, build some authority, juice it up, and then go out to local businesses in Nevada and Las Vegas, and you have a channel that's Las Vegas centric, so you can now go and just give them you can kind of give them samples, or you can say, hey, I can get your video ranked. I have an authority channel, blah, blah, blah. Give me a video. I'll put it up there. I'll come back to you in 2 weeks. And if you like, then we can do business. And that way, it's relevant to Las Vegas. You can only do Las Vegas, though. You got to keep all your business in Las Vegas. That's another strategy. So it all depends on your strategy. You really just have to determine what your strategy is. I see my man Dave's on. How you doing, bro? Appreciate it. We're actually going to wrap up probably in about 10 minutes, unless you, well, I could ask you, David's, I'm going to get him on a hangout one day. He and I, you know, he's a smart dude. He taught me some things. I think I hopefully taught him a couple things. But yeah, real smart dude. So, you know, maybe you'll learn something here. Shoot some questions. I don't know what you can shoot me that you don't already know, but, you know, ask away. And that's another thing, folks. I don't claim to know it all. I know what I know. I know what I don't know. But I'm always hustling. I'm always grinding and trying to figure out what else I need to figure out. So, okay, let me see. We'll take 2 more. Let's see. Can I upload? We already answered this. Can I upload a video before the actual date? Why wait? We already got that one. Do you use? Oh, here's a good one. And this is actually timely. Do you use video ads, Facebook or YouTube, and how effective are they? That's a loaded question. It's a broad question. The answer is yes. I use Facebook ads, as I mentioned a little earlier in the call. I use YouTube ads. I'm actually running a Facebook ad case study, and I have run video ads on Facebook to one of my hangouts. The key is, if you're going to use Facebook or YouTube, you need to send them some good, solid content. I haven't found it being too effective sending them straight to a sales page or straight to a landing page with the opt-in. You want to give them some value, some good, solid content. And that's what I did. I sent them to what did I do? I sent them to an hour and a half, just action-packed, content-packed video. And that was actually me and Tommy Powers about YouTube ads, even though I sent them from Facebook. And what I was able to do was build a retargeting list. Anybody that watches those videos, you build a retargeting list. So that's basically a list that you can build. And I had built about 20,000 people. Then I used that retargeting list and I promoted another webinar that I ran. And on that webinar, I ended up selling at the end. That's where I was selling those done with you content authority networks that I was just talking about for $597 and $1,497. That's how I worked that. So, you know, I spent $5 a day. I think I spent about $170. Ended up making, I at least tripled my ad spend. So if I spend $1 and make $1, I'm good. If I spend $1 and make $2, I'm better. All right, cool. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see, we got one. It's 9:40, so we got one more. Let me pick a good one here. We answered Eric's question. That's a good one, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that. Include the name of the room. Okay, Steve asked a question. Here's the entire question. I have a channel I set up for a book review where I am making videos for each chapter of the book. Should I include the name of the book and the chapter in the title, tags, and description? Yes, you should include the name of the book. If you're working a branding campaign and you're going to actually, the book is going to be popular. So if it's, you know, Steve's book, and Steve's book, you're going to do a lot of branding, and, you know, Steve's book wants to come out. Now, if it's a nonfiction, if it's fiction, I'm thinking that would work well. So yes, you want to do that, put the book and add a unique spin in the tags. That way, any video they watch, and you put that unique tag in all of your videos, that way any video they watch, it will show your videos in the related section. That's a little trick that folks I forget about sometimes. Another little trick that you can do to get your videos to show up in the related videos at the end of the video. So now, and this goes back to the tube live profit strategy. If your book is nonfiction and is topically related, I would do the keyword research for the type of people that would be looking for your book. So let's say it's how to supercharge your Mustang. Okay, Mustang, the car. So maybe you call it, Steve's Supercharging Guide. So you want to brand Steve's Supercharging Guide, but you also want to put in the keywords that people are looking for. And you always do keyword research before marketing, because if you don't, you'll miss out significantly, unless you just you're a master at the market. So you'll do Steve's Supercharge Guide, and then how to supercharge your Mustang. Going after that way, in two, the launch jacking versus the evergreen method, same concept. We're doing the branding, Steve's keyword people are actually looking for. So we have the branding and we're solving the problem, and we're marrying those together. So Steve, that's exactly what you do. What is a parasite? I've heard that terminology. Okay, a parasite, I mentioned a little earlier, it's an authority site. Twitter is a parasite. Twitter links to your video. The case study I mentioned, and this was from Rachel. The case study that I mentioned was that Parasite is any site that has authority that's not your site. So here's a list. Write them down. Weebly, WordPress.com, not a WordPress blog that you own, WordPress.com, Blogger.com, Google pages, Twitter. I just mentioned the Twitter case study I'm running now, that I went from 0 to page 2 for a major city competitive term within a couple of about 2 weeks. A lot besides, there's a lot involved in that, but that's one of the parasites. And then Facebook pages, they're parasites. All of those pages rank. Rebel Mouse, Live Journal, those pages rank really quickly. Tumblr also. Tumblr's a little finicky, but yes, Tumblr too. Those pages rank very quickly. And if you know the right links and the right strategy, if you practice and you look at the video domination blueprint, you take out the embed related items and you just focus on that strategy, that should work for low to mid competitive niches. Now, if you're really going for some high competitive niches, it just takes longer. But as long as you know the general outline of what you need to do, you're good. You can crush it either way. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, we're about 9:45. I'm going to jump off now. If you have any questions, open a support ticket or reply to the email that I sent. If I missed your question, I apologize. We'll do this again in the near future. I like to do Thursdays. If I'm not doing coaching calls, I like to do Thursdays. If you're really looking and you're serious about your video marketing and you want to be in a mastermind, or you want to be around a community of people that just know their stuff, and I'm not just referring to me, I'm talking about real smart people like the guy David I was just talking about. There's some names that in this group. I do have a invite-only Facebook mastermind group where it's a community of smart people. You ask questions, we'll answer the questions, we talk, we can conversate in there. Really bunch of smart people, and that's really how I've been able to get where I am and have the knowledge that I have now, and I'll continue to get, because I hang around people that are smarter than me and other folks. So if you're interested in that, it's a $20 a month membership. I'll give it to you for the first month for $10. Then it's a recurring $20 a month. You also get discounts on any products I bring out there, and you get exclusive interviews, replays, etc. before anybody else gets them, if they get them at all. That's really my family there. So if you want to be part of the family, just open a support ticket. Like I said, $20 a month. It's actually $10. I'll give it to you. Start off $9.97. But if you're really looking to take it to the next level, I do have a done with you where I help you hold your hand, help you rank videos. I set up the technical pieces for an authority network for you. That's $597, which will not be long because I'm really not making any money off of it doing that way, especially with the one-on-one coaching. There are 8 coaching sessions, or there's the $1497, which is about to go up to basically about $2,000, where I do everything for you and just show you how to do videos and get videos created. So you pretty much don't have to do too much other than create your content, get the videos created. I'll do 4 videos for you, 4 videos up to 2 minutes a piece. Put them on the network, get the network juiced up so you can start ranking. You just follow from there. But if you're interested in that at all, just open a support ticket, www.tngraphics.com/support. If you want future updates and you're not on my list, you got here somehow from not being on my mailing list, go to videodominationbp.com and I'll give you actually the video domination blueprint, show you how to rank your videos quickly using inexpensive resources. So for $25, $30 per video, you can show up on the top and you can charge hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a month for those videos. Really simple, step-by-step, follow along. All right, so it's 9:48. I appreciate everyone's time, and you all have a good evening. If you need anything from me, again, my name is Damon Green, and we will talk soon.